In this video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about V0. First, I'll walk you through coding a full front end. Then I'll show you how to take that code, drop it into a Cursor project, and deploy it as a web app. There's been a ton of hype around Cursor AI, V0, Replit, and similar platforms, so I'm making this video to give you a quick, no BS rundown of what you can actually do with V0. Alright, let's get into it. To get started with V0, just create an account. Once you're in the dashboard, you'll see your past chat conversations. So let's start a new one. I'm going to create the SaaS onboarding form you saw earlier in this video. I'll type in the prompt, generate a multi-step wizard to collect information on users when onboarding a SaaS product. Then we just hit enter. The UI is set up like a chat with the AI on the left and our code files and previews on the right. This platform is pretty solid, kind of like what we've seen with Replit in terms of making sandbox-style UIs or quick MVPs for products. As the code generates, you can actually scroll down and see it coming together in real time, which is pretty cool. Once it's fully generated, you'll be able to preview it. But here's one thing to keep in mind. This isn't running in a local host environment, meaning it's not running directly on your laptop. If that doesn't make sense, it basically means that for now, in order to preview what we just created, we need an internet connection and have to be connected to their servers. A local host environment, on the other hand, lets us run and deploy apps on our own machine without needing Wi-Fi, so we can test things locally on our laptop or desktop. Once everything is fully generated, we have a few options. First, we can ask a follow-up question to modify or add more functionality to our existing code. Second, we can favorite the chat if we want to come back to it later. Maybe we got some really useful responses and want to continue tweaking things another day. Just hit the favorite button. We can even rename the chat, like My Software, and save it for easy access. To check out the original code that was generated, just go to the right side and click Code, and you'll see everything that was created based on our prompt. Up top, we have more options. We can fork the project, share it as a public link, or probably the most important option, add it to our codebase. This is where we can take the entire project and move it into Cursor AI for further development. Before we do that, let's see what we've got. This is why I say this platform is great for sandboxing and understanding different UI elements you might want to build using AI. Right now, this is just a UI. It looks good, but it's not connected to any backend. It's purely a front-end experience for user interaction. If this were an actual SaaS onboarding form, we'd be clicking through steps just like a real user would. Since this UI isn't connected to a backend yet, make sure to subscribe because I'll probably do another video showing how to take data like this and actually store it when you hit finish. But for now, let me show you how to deploy this in a Cursor AI project so you can keep experimenting. To do that, go ahead and click Download, copy the generated code, then open Cursor AI. On the bottom left, hit Terminal. Now inside the terminal, we're going to set up a new project and push our code into it. First, let's create the project. We'll use mkir to make a new folder and name it V0 Good. Once that's done, we'll use cd V0 Good to navigate into the folder. Now we can open the folder by selecting Open a Project and choosing the one we just created. Next, let's open the terminal again and paste the code we copied earlier. Hit Enter. Since I've already installed a dependency, you might see a prompt asking if you want to install a certain package. Just type Y and hit Enter. This will install the necessary dependencies for everything to work properly. Now, let's continue in the terminal. Then we'll give our app a name so we can reference it later in the code. Let's name it My New V0 and hit Enter. At this point, it's going to generate all the necessary files to deploy the app locally on port 3000. This pulls in the code we created in V0, and we can even choose different styles. For now, I'll go with New York as the theme. Then, we'll confirm whether we want to use CSS variables for theming. Let's say yes. Once that's done, our app is officially created, and we've successfully imported the code we generated earlier. Let me prove that to you. If we scroll up, we can see the onboarding data we added, things like name, email, company, role, industry, etc. To find this in the project, go to App, Components, UI, and you'll see the form fields right there. Name, email, company, role, industry, and so on. Now, let's run the command to deploy this on localhost 3000. First, we need to navigate into our app folder. Since we just created it, we'll use cd again, and our app's name is my new v0. Once inside that directory, we'll run the command. If you're familiar with React, you might know npm run build, but since we're using Node.js, we'll just run npm run dev and hit enter. That's going to launch our app on localhost 3000. Once we see the ready message, we can either copy the URL or just click on it to open the app. And there we go. We've successfully deployed it on localhost 3000. Now, any changes we make will reflect instantly in the local environment, and we can interact with it in real time. For example, let's say we want to change the name field to say full name. We can open the file, edit the text, save it, and instantly see the change without needing to refresh the page. And that's it. Now you know how to take code generated in v0 and push it to a Cursor AI project for deployment. From here, you can keep developing and tweaking your web app however you want. So that's pretty much for this video. Leave a like, subscribe if you found this video helpful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.